Hello everybody, hope you're doing well and thanks for joining me today. Today I want to share with you 5 of my favorite tips and 5 of my favorite household type products that I really like and that I use often and frequently, and thought I'd share them with you so that you could enjoy them too. So first, I think I'll start with my 5 tips. First tip, and I've talked about this before, you can see that these are little tubes, tiny tubes, but they're really not. I've cut them, and this happens to be AP24. It's by New Skin, and it is a teeth whitening. I drink a lot of coffee and a lot of tea, and my teeth do get stained. I tend to use the Crest White strips also, but this is a toothpaste that you can use daily, and it really keeps the stains away. But my tip is cut the top of the tubes in half when you get down to that point where you can't squeeze any more out, because there's a lot left. Now, all of the toothpaste was really on the inside, and no matter what you do to try to really squeeze it and work it down, it's difficult. So I like to cut the tube when it gets to that point, and I just recap it and put it back into the cupboard. I've done the same thing with my Rodan Fields eye cream. Honestly, I'm going to show you this because I just cut this down. I couldn't get anything more out of it. And so what I do is take a little plastic spatula spade and I scoop everything that's up in this top portion, because as you're squeezing everything down, it's still sticking to the inside. And I push it all the way down, and then what I end up doing is just recapping it. And as I need it, then I just extract the amount that I need. That way, that tube goes into the empty bin totally empty. Tip number 2. I like to keep a jewelry type holder. And now it can be a dish, it can be a little bowl, it can be a little box, it could be anything that you find decorative in my bathroom. And I'll tell you why. Because I do like to wear jewelry, and I wear it pretty much on a daily basis. But I don't necessarily like to get into the shower and shower with all the soaps and all that with my jewelry on. And I have a really hard time because there's some necklaces that, a couple of my Tiffany necklaces that I wear just all the time on a daily basis, and I'll tend to forget. But since I have just put a little jewelry holder, and this happens to be a cute little pink glass jewelry holder that I found at an antique store in my bathroom on the counter. It's so nice because I can take off my earrings, my necklace, or whatever I have on my wrists, and just put it in this holder in the bathroom. That way it is secure, take my shower, and then I can move my items to either my jewelry box if I know, okay, I'm not going to be wearing these for a while, or just put the jewelry back on. But I have lost in the past down the drain necklace and earrings, small little studs, because I take them off, put them on the counter, and then with all these decorative countertops, they kind of blend in. You can lose them and they get swooped down, and boom, you've lost it. So I started to incorporate something pretty in the bathroom that I could just put my jewelry in, and it's been a really handy because I know exactly where to go look for it when I'm ready to put it back on. Tip number 3. If you like perfumes and you like different scents of perfumes, then I would recommend going and buying these individual type perfumes, either in spray or in roller form, because they're small amounts and it really gives you an opportunity to get to know the scent and if you want to purchase it in a larger size. If you're like me, you like all kinds of scents and you just don't want to stick to one signature scent, even though I have to say that my one signature scent for years has been Jessica McClintock, and I love that scent, and I always have a large bottle of it. I don't know why, I just love the way it smells. So this gives me a chance to get to know some other type of scents and perfumes, and I usually get these through Ulta or Sephora, and any chance that I have an opportunity to order the little tiny sample type perfumes that may come as a special gift, like this is a Jo Malone, I'll order it because it gives me the opportunity, and it's a good amount in there, and you can travel with these, so it's nice to get to know a new scent to see if it might be something you want to purchase in a larger. Tip number 4, and this isn't for everybody, but since I saw this particular tip on someone else's channel, YouTube, quite a while ago, and I can't remember whose, I just started to apply it to myself to see if it would work, and it does. Now, I have oily skin, and so what I started doing is, this just helps keep my face a little bit matte. My makeup goes on a little bit better, and the whole trick to this is to have a light hand. Now here I just have, this is the finishing powder by Tarte, and what I like to do is just take my powder brush very lightly and dust it off, and after I've cleaned, toned, moisturized my skin, I like to start applying my makeup with a little bit of powder. Now it can be any powder that you like. This happened to be Tarte that I did today. Sometimes it's Laura Mercier, sometimes it's my loose Chanel powder, sometimes it's my loose Benet. It doesn't matter. I just take a light dusting, and what I do is I just tap it all around my T-zone area, my chin, and up through this way, and then I just blend it in. And then I apply either my foundation, whether it's liquid or stick, or my BB cream, whatever I'm wearing. And that just kind of keeps my oily skin, especially in the spring and summertime when the humidity is up and the temperature's up, less oily. And I feel that the application of the foundation just goes on nicer. Now, I'm not talking about baking at this point, and I'm not talking about dousing your skin in just a bunch of powder, but I'm talking about just a light coating, especially in those troublesome oily areas. I just find it really works. Tip number 5. Tip number 5 is this. In the shower, I like to keep a little plastic soap container to house any soap that I happen to be using. Now, I just did my favorite bath and shower video, and of course, one of my most favorite soaps, I left out. I'm like, what in the heck are you thinking? And what they are these round little soap bars that I get from Burt's Bees, and I have to order them usually on Amazon. Some of the grocery stores used to carry it in the baby section, but they don't anymore. And I was introduced to this when my grandbaby was little, and they were bathing her with these little bars. So moisturizing. Oh, so moisturizing. And sometimes when I don't have the shaving cream in the shower or I'm out, I just rub this soap all over my legs, and I get such a great shave. It smells so good. But the reason I keep it inside a plastic container with a lid is because then the steam and the moisture from the shower doesn't melt down the soap. Now, I also have some of those little discs that you just have for your shower to put your soap bars on so that the soap doesn't get all mucky when it's wet and stick to the insides of your shower shelving. But I like a little soap container that you can shut the lid and keep it as dry as possible. That way the soap lasts longer and you don't get all that soap scum and buildup. So those are my 5 simple, easy tips. I mean, just, oh, wait a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and a bonus. Got to add a bonus. It's this. Now, this is just a little e.l.f. brush. It's just a little angled brush, and it's called a concealer brush. What I use this for is to clean up my cuticles after I've done my own nail polish manicure. I just dip the tip into a little bit of nail polish remover, whatever your favorite is, and I go around the outer area of my cuticles, and this cleans up the overage of nail polish that might have gotten over your cuticle area. I like using a little brush because a Q-tip is a little bit thicker, and even some of those ones that are pointy, they're great for makeup applications, and sometimes the little cotton just kind of sticks out, and then that little bit of nail polish remover gets on it, and then it gets on your nail, and then it smudges it. But these little brushes just work great. Now, I've never really invested in a brush that's real expensive. This is just e.l.f. and it does a beautiful job, and I use it for that purpose. And then when I'm done, I just rinse it out and use it again for the next time. And it's so tiny and petite that it just really fits nicely to go around the cuticle area. So there you go, my 5 tips plus a bonus. And now, some of my 5 favorite household items. Most of these are household items and comfy items. So my first item is an oil diffuser. Now, this particular oil diffuser I did purchase through Amazon, and it's not in stock at this time, and I'm not sure if they'll get it in stock, but what it is just an opaque glass top, and this is the actual oil diffuser, which many of them look like this. And if you just go onto Amazon and in the search bar just type glass oil diffusers, so many will come up. I use this oil diffuser in my bedroom, and I use it every single night, and I mostly use the scent, I just spilled water on me, lavender, because I just love that soothing aroma in my room, and it's very calming, and it just permeates into the room, and I just think it really does help you get a better night's sleep. So what you do is you have a little measuring plastic cup, and you fill water up to the fill line, and it's indicated inside, and then you add a few drops of your favorite essential oil. Now, you can get these oils at Bath & Body, at Bed Bath & Beyond. You can get them at Walmart, Target, doTERRA, Michael's, anywhere. Some of them don't always smell as nice as others, but I have a few favorite scents that I like. And right now I'm out of my very favorite lavender, so I have what's called Tranquility. And it's also a nice aroma, but I really like the lavender for nighttime sleeping. I also have an oil diffuser that I keep in my living room, and I pretty much will utilize that, especially after I'm cooking. I either put on a scented candle or the oil diffuser, and usually I have a citrus type, lemon or orange aromatic going in that. Now, this is kind of twofold because this actually has the capability of a soft nightlight and also intermittent puffs or a continuous flow. And after so many hours, it automatically shuts itself off after it gets down to the bottom of the water reservoir. So it's really, really nice. And I've been using an oil diffuser for a couple of years now, and I love it. Just love it. So again, check on Amazon or Bed Bath & Beyond and Walmart. There's all types. I tend to like the glass oil diffusers better. Favorite number 2. One of my favorites in cooking are these microplaners. Now, I've had these microplaners for a number of years. And actually, I think I bought one at the hardware store and one I bought at a kitchen store. But these microplaners they're microplaners, and I'm telling you, you buy fresh, hard, like Parmesan Reggiano cheese, one of my favorites, and you grate that cheese, you will get just the most beautiful grating, easy, simple. And what I like to do is I like to take that hunk of cheese, stick it in the freezer for just a few minutes to get it really, really cold, and it grates just that much better. And then there's this round grater, which microplane grater, but it's really designed for nuts like nutmeg, and just to shave the nut right on it, and it gives you a really fine micro grating, and it's great for nuts. I also use this by taking a lemon or a lime when I just want to get that lemon grating and not any of the rind, and I just go up and down, or make that motion to get it off of the lemon, and then just slide it right out. Beautiful. It's just simple, easy techniques that you can use in your kitchen, and I just don't think I could be without it because I use it all the time. So, favorite number 3, and these aren't in any particular order, is this. This is called Italian linen, and I actually bought this at Kohl's. Sometimes I've seen a couple of bottles here and there at not Kohl's, not Macy's, but Ross, Marshall's. Home Goods, I've not looked for it there at Home Goods, but for a while, several years ago, when I was picking these up, Kohl's had the best selection of them, and so if I would see these in there, and they're usually like $10.99 a bottle, and they'd be 50% off, I'd buy a ton of them. Like one time I picked up 8, and then I sent them as Christmas gifts with my little gift packages. It's a really fresh scent, and it lasts a long time. So I love using this Italian linen in my closet, especially because when I come in, I can still smell that nice scent. It's fresh and clean, and it's awesome. So favorite number 4 is this. Now, this is just a stainless steel wooden handled spatula. And what I like about this is when you're chopping up onions, celery, scallions, carrots, little tiny bits, and you have to transfer it from your cutting board or cutting tile into your pot, you're always losing some in your hands, it seems like. But this thing will scoop everything up, and you can get a whole mound on there, whether it's meats or chopped up veggies or fruit, and it just makes a clean sweep into your pot. It's a handy tool. It's a great tool. And a lot of times too, when I'm also making doughs on my dough boards and stuff, I can take this and just scrape off all that gunky, sticky dough that tends to get embedded onto your working plate or working board or whatever, and it's a great tool. The end is a little bit sharp, you know, not drastically sharp, like, you know, I can do this, but enough to where it can really scoop up and pick up, and it's just a handy tool, and I love it. Favorite number 5. Let me get it. And I don't care if it's 100 degrees here where I live, but this Barefoot Dreams Cozy Chic robe, oh my gosh, I don't care. I don't care how hot it is outside because the air conditioner is on inside, but there is nothing more inviting and warm after a bath or a shower to cozy up in this. Honestly, it just is comforting. It feels like I just can't even describe it, but I waited a long time to get this because, you know, it's pricey. It's a robe, but boy, I don't know why I waited so long, because it's just one of those things that I will use and wear and use. Now, okay, so sometimes it gets a little hot, so you just take that coziness and hang it up until your next bath or shower, but lots of use out of it, lots of wear, and if I could, I'd have it be my little security blanket. But anyways, so that's my one of my favorites, and now my bonus favorite. It's another kitchen tool, and you know, some people think you don't need all those gadgets. You know, your fingers are your best gadgets. Okay, true, but my fingers can't grate a hunk of hard cheese, right? Or a nut. So, you know, there's tools for that, but these are handy tools that I have had in my kitchen for years and I love. And here's another one, and this is from the Pampered Chef, and that's you know, they do parties at your home and blah blah blah. So I bought this several years ago, and you know, there's all kinds of orange and lemon and lime squeezers out there. This one I find is the best for squeezing a lemon or a lime and really getting every last drop out without the seeds. And what you do is you cut your lemon or your lime in half, and you put it in here so that it's rounded upwards. I'm not showing you it. So that cut half down, it's going to be bulky and bulgy, and you take your top and you just grab a hold of this handle here and you squeeze down, and I mean, you will get every bit of juice in that lemon or that lime, and everything stays on the inside. It just totally reverts itself, and the skin and the seeds and all the stuff that you don't want into your mix stays in here. Cleans up beautifully. It's a ceramic item. I bought it, and it happened to be one of those parties that I went to, like, I don't know, maybe the 4th or 5th that year or something, because everybody at work used to have Pampered Chef parties, and if you can't make it, you can order from, you know, Pampered Chef, blah blah. Like, what am I gonna get? I mean, come on. I love Pampered Chef. I have spices from them, and I have some of the pizza tiles from them and baking pans. So I like Pampered Chef, but I'm like, I don't really need anything else. But I picked this up. Oh my gosh, love it. It's a favorite. So wanted to share that with you. So I hope you liked this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up, and until next time, be kind, be humble, and age gracefully. Bye.